Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm going to do a quick project. I've already done it, and it wasn't so quick. I thought it would be quick. But what I made was a little to-do list to go on the front of my garden journal. This is my garden journal that I got the loose leaf binder on Amazon, and I just really love this image on here. It's on both sides. There's these nice metal corners in gold, and then there's this weird rose gold clip, which is kind of annoying. I wish it wasn't there. I almost didn't buy this because of that. I wish they had the option. And so I thought, well, I might as well use it for something, so I'll make a to-do list. So I made this little to-do list that can sit there. I already have several different to-do lists. This one is M. May for Francis Meyer Incorporated. It says remember with sunflowers. It's really pretty. But I wanted something that I could cover. This one's too big. I really like this one. I hate using it up. I've used it so many times. You can see. To do it now, do it later. And I write things on here that need to be done around the house that I can't do. And then I stick it under my brother's nose when he comes to visit. There's this one, Things to Remember. This is Punch Studio. A lot of pages on this. Of course, it's way too big for that. And when I remodeled my studio, I did a lot of decorating with peacock things because peacocks live in our neighborhood. Or they used to until the coyotes came. They've since moved down to the golf course. But anyways, I call my studio the Peacock Room. This is a really cute one. This one doesn't have a, oh here it is, peterpopper.com. This is really cute. I think I bought this at Cost Plus World Market many years ago. Do something amazing today. Today's date, appointments, people to contact, errands to run, things to buy, don't forget, to do your mood, and rate your day. So those are all really nice to do tablets, but not really what I wanted. So I thought, well, I'll just quickly make a tablet that I can fit in here, that I can close up with a pretty picture, and what I want to do in the garden today. So I made it, and I made it with graph paper, in case I want to graph something out, I guess. But I like having a little place where I can do a check that it's done. And so I will show you really quickly, sped up, how I made this, because it actually took me a bit longer than I thought it would, because I kind of knew how I wanted it. I wanted it to be refillable with some kind of attachment up here. I wanted it to have a pretty cover that could fold out, and there's more pretty on the back there. The back I put some cardboard on it, and then I wanted an attachment. I'm not sure this is the attachment I want. I could put a little piece of purple sari silk on there if I have some. That would be pretty. And so that's what I'm doing today. And it's quick if you know what you're doing ahead of time, which I didn't really. I just had an idea. And it would make a great gift. So keep on watching. I'll see you at the end. So I went through my items and I found this that I had cut out from a book. And I think I would like to make the cover so that it folds over and keeps the list clean. Okay, so what I want to do now is make this a little firmer with something a little more heavyweight. That's not heavyweight. This is heavy. It's a little bit heavier. It's not big enough. That's not heavy enough. This might be heavy enough. This is just an old folder that I saved to cut up for cardstock. So let's make this like this. And I think I'll cut this on my guillotine cutter. And I'm going to glue that on there. I found this little hard squeegee at Walmart in the kitchen department. And it works out really good for doing stuff in the craft room. Okay. That's almost perfect, but not quite. Or as somebody I used to work with liked to say, close enough for government work. Now, I think I'm going to put some of these papers in here. Old plans for when I was rearranging my studio. So I took out 5 sheets, unless I lost count. And this is 11-inch paper, so I'm going to cut it into fourths, which is just over 3 inches. Which is just under 3 inches. It's about 2 3/4 inches. I don't know if I can cut all 4 of these together, or 5. Did I say 5? Okay. Maybe I should have gone a little bit wider. Let me see here. But I want to cut it into 4. If I cut wider, then I won't. Then I'll have a piece of leftover paper. That's good enough. So about 2 3/4 inches on 11-inch paper, or about 7 millimeters. Okay. Now, I'm going to want this to be, refillable. And so, they're just a little bit long. So this is the kind of project where you just kind of make adjustments as you go along. Forgot to put the lid on my glue. Okay, now I want this at the top. We'll see if I can punch this with this punch. If not, I'll have to get out the big guns. Ah. All right. Okay, we have a choice of how we can do this. Let's be upside down. How did that come out so different? Maybe that's one I punched before. Okay, so we can use this with... I haven't really thought about this. This is sort of on the fly. Okay, I think I'm going to try these brads, the little buttons. Probably should have put a smaller hole in there. Okay. Now, this has to go over it, but I didn't have enough paper left to fold over, so I'm going to add some paper to that. Something strong, something like this. So, I'm not even sure what this particular kind of paper is. Oh, it ripped the paper. So, I'm going to glue this on here. Okay, there's my little to-do. Okay, we're almost done. So now this hopefully fits right in there. I think I'll take a little bit off the top. So this is really on the fly. On the fly. Okay, now I can write my to-do list. And so I need one of these. I think I'll put it on the front. So, let's see what we can do to pretty that up. I'm not really a purple person, but I would like to mat this in a purple, and I found this folder that I just was using to hold a bunch of scraps. And I think that's good. Close enough for government work. So I can just take the corner off of this. No harm done. Still looks a little crooked. It looks a little crooked. Alright, there's my little to-do list. Everything looks wonky, but that's what happens when you just take off and do something. So, what do I want to do in the garden today? It's kind of cold and windy, and it was cold last night, so I'm going to put here, what is today? It's Easter Sunday. Check tender plants. Frost covers. There. And that can live right there. Oh, I know, I need to make a closure. I looked around my stash and I found this pretty green paper clip that can go on there, and I have these sari silks. This one looks pretty with that. This one looks pretty with that. Well, let's try them. See. So there's my little to-do list. You could make something like this as a gift. You could put just to do, or you could put to do today, or you could put grocery lists or errands to run. Something that goes with a friend of yours that would work for them or for yourself. So thanks for watching and have a great day crafting. Bye-bye.